Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to the Shadowlands. Last time we finished up the Ardenweald campaign, we had freed Ysera from her anima egg, so she's hanging out now with the Winter Queen. We found out that the Winter Queen's sister is possibly Elune, and now we're on our way to Revendreth. Revendreth is quite possibly the most efficient realm at extracting anima. Perhaps they can lend aid where others cannot. Know that while souls sometimes return from Revendreth, they are never the same when they do. It is a dark realm, where those the Arbiter deems worthy of a chance of redemption are sent. Their path, however, is not an easy one. Kasher will assist you in opening the gateway to Revendreth. Meet him in the Ring of Transference.
With her voice have I spoken.
Let's find shinies!
Greetings, mortal.
I've heard that of all the storylines in all the 4 zones, that the one in Revendreth is the longest. But I feel like I'm ready to start getting through it, finish up the story campaign, and see what content the endgame has for us. There's lots of things I'm looking forward to checking out, like Torghast. Really interested in doing some Torghast runs. I obviously want to see the endgame version of the Maw, and just start learning what that stuff is going to be like, and seeing the specific Covenant campaign and choosing our Covenant. So I think I'm ready to see what Revendreth has to offer and to finish up the story here.
Master, the creature has arrived!
I didn't see one of them in a while. This one looks funny.
That is because they're still alive.
You I think, supposed to be in Revendreth? Welcome, damn soul, to Revendreth. Your last hope at redemption. Right this way, and we'll get you sorted.
Sorry for the state of things. Usually Aventhyr would be here to greet you. Been a while since we've seen anyone come through that gate. All good, though, as I know the welcome speech better than a good morning whipping. Well, you ain't like the others. Usually you're supposed to be dead before you come here. Ah well, a sin is a sin, and a stone is a stone, as it goes. Let's get you sorted out with your sin stone. This way, if you please.
When you get 8, as a newly arrived soul, you should know this is a place of torment and penance. Not to fear, though, for as you can see by these many sin stones, the road to redemption is possible. Each of these sin stones represents a soul who has come to this place and cleansed themselves of their sins, eventually moving on from here or accepting the role of Aventhyr.
This wretched place is beneath my station.
Here now we record the deeds of the dead upon a canvas of stone. Burdens of a soul hardened by regret and dark paths chosen are things wrought through time and can often appear eternal to mortals. But those who are eternal know that even letters chiseled in stone will fade, and even deeds believed unforgivable can be atoned for.
Final judgment comes from the Master. It is he who commands this place. It is he who embraces souls to become Venthyr, the tormentors and eaters of sin.
I can't attack that.
Sire Denathrius, Master of Revendreth, King of the Venthyr, First-Blooded, Commander of the Stoneborn, the Fangs of the Shadowlands, behold his greatness and weep, for it is by his grace that all you see before you exists. Don't mind me, just gonna grab this herb over here. Which is well hidden as far as herbs go. Just checking out what's inside some of these places. Not a whole lot, apparently.
You will heed my words.
I will not submit. Tell the master when you see him. I defy him. I defy all of you. I was a ruler. I am above all of you filthy peasant creatures. Okay. Guess that's all we need to know.
This torment never end.
I hear you have seen the master.
These souls are
Did you
so
mention
close
me?
to their final judgment that they are hemorrhaging manifestations regularly that are getting more and more dangerous. We need more souls, fresh souls, if we are able to meet the quota the master and the Tithe Lord are asking for.
Enjoy your time as you...
May I help you?
Hopefully these wretched creatures did not bore you with their inane babble. The great Sire Denathrius, Master of Revendreth and King of the Venthyr, has asked me, his loyal chamberlain, to escort you safely to his personal gardens. This is an honor never before bestowed upon a living mortal. You should feel honored.
Come, mortal. Let us away from this place.
There
All
are
right.
always those few who are unwilling to work for redemption, or don't agree with their sin stone, or are simply just a bunch of bad apples. Oh, those get the boot. Down to the moor, never to come back.
Are we inside?
Take this poor soul, for example. He's on his final one.
No doubt by now you have heard of the anima drought
Won't
plaguing
even
our
admit there's
reality.
something
We
wrong.
face this challenge with
thinks he's
dignity and
someone
remain
important.
united behind the master. Revendreth remains resolute.
Yeah, for the first time in WoW history, we're inside the wagon. And we can't actually see inside. Well, we can see that.
Lord Chamberlain, there's a commotion up ahead. Looks like a fight.
Rebels. Just drive either over or through them. They would not dare to...
Oh, they would dare. They're rebels. Come on. Oh, good.
What in the name of the master?
This mortal will not become another puppet of the master.
He is your master too, traitor. Release us at once.
As you command, Lord Chamberlain.
Ah!
So, whoever General Draven is, he's not a big fan of Sire Denathrius.
Huh? Which bosses sent you?
Oh good, still not dead yet. You see where the Lord Chamberlain or Cudgelface landed? Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Every time one of the lads makes it down here, they don't come back. Things that come down here, they sort of stay down here one way or another. Let's make a deal. You're a mall walker. You go find Cudgelface and the Chamberlain while I get this here carriage back in service, and then we all get out of here before something tries to eat us and then go to work on us.
Be right. You go find the lads, and I'll get this carriage back in a riding shape, eh? And try not to get 8.
Yeah, we'll try not to get 8. It's one of my main goals in life.
Mortal, over here.
Yeah, just a second.
My blade could be yours to command.
The greatest duelist. Najida the Mistblade. A mortal in Revendreth, well, well, well. You are primed to be at the head of high adventure. The name you may call me is Najida. Nadija? Nadia? I don't think we've come across a single name in the Shadowlands that I've been able to easily pronounce except names of previously existing characters. Nagia. Let's go with Nagia. Let's just make the D silent because that's a thing, right? And if I might be so humble as to say, I am the finest duelist that has ever wielded a sword. This trap you found me in was a lesson learned in getting paid in advance. Release me and my blade is yours to command for as long as I find you interesting. Alright, release Nagia the Mistblade.
Guard, turn, parry, Dodge, spin, thrust. Yes! Free at last! Come, my new friend. Let us bring ruin upon something. Anything!
Okay then, yeah, sure. Let's just destroy everything around us. For funsies. But first, let's grab this herb.
Clearly, you have come seeking the best. Devourers. They are chewing at the foundation of our realm. I have never seen so many.
Apparently we've picked up a torch. I don't know what the torch is for, but we have it now. I feel like we ought to just do this guy's side quest. Oh, are you not sure what landed you in Enmire, but I need your help. See these torches? It's my gig to keep them lit, but it ain't like they running on flint and tinder. My stash of infused rubies got hauled off by some devourers when my back was turned. Can you find them before we both get ate? Yeah, I mean, it's hard to pass it up. We're right in the area. My goal is to just go back and do all the side quests that I missed while doing world quests once we hit endgame. I did all the ones in Bastion. I did maybe more than half of the ones in Maldraxxus. Didn't do a lot in Ardenweald. But you know, they're there for reputation and for tidbits of lore whenever we do get around to them. And you do get some interesting lore out of them, so that's the good thing. But for the most part, I've enjoyed being able to follow this linear path of doing the main campaign quests.
It is quite good to see you. A blade is a tool. The skill is in the hand that wields it.
I don't know if there's a reason for us to actually pick up the torches. It seems like we're just looking for the rubies. I have a feeling that we're going to hit level 60 quite some time before we're actually done with the story quests that get us into the endgame stuff. Oh, hi there. Kind of hoping she'd be a little bit more help against this elite than she is, but she's really not helping us too much. And he's actually kind of buff. I feel like eventually we'll get him. Maybe. Maybe not. He's hitting really hard. I don't think I can move out of that. I have this feeling we're not really supposed to be soloing this guy, but he kind of just jumped us, so I don't know what we were really supposed to do. We stopped that attack this time, that was good. I feel like all I can do with my holy power is heal, and that's Not really allowing us to do a lot of damage to this guy. If we didn't have Word of Glory, we'd probably be well and truly dead. Ah, we should have stopped it that time too, but we missed it. Alright, all of our cooldowns are coming back off cooldown, that's good. Well, we got him. He dropped absolutely nothing, but what do you expect? And now we still need 2 more rubies. Yeah, I think we're just gonna stick to the main quest. It's hard to ignore those side quests when they're right there, but I think for how I'm playing, I think that's kind of what I'm trying to do. So I'm gonna do better at ignoring some of these, knowing that I'm gonna come back later and get them all. But that one's done.
In life,
Blade
I was
graces us
unbeatable.
with her presence.
In death,
And what
I am
cage did our
unstoppable.
Walker here
I
let
hate
you
when they
out
talk
of?
over each
oh,
other.
you know me. A different age, a different cage.
Okay,
Revendreth, when no one should know
let's turn
your
hers in
name.
first. That was fun. I have not felt so alive in centuries. Everything about you is just different and invigorating. I can continue to assist you until you are ready to leave the Endmire, but then we will need to part ways for a time. I have some unfinished business regarding someone who put me in a cage.
Remember me next time you're in for a fight.
I serve the master.
Ah, now you get to see the true cost of the anima drought. It is wasting this place away, consuming it, allowing these infesting creatures to pass into our lands. I do hope you are as talented a warrior as your fame proclaimed.
Rumors regarding the drought? Oh, woefully overstated.
Okay, but you kind of just said that they weren't overstated. You're sending mixed messages, buddy. Wait, what is this? Okay, it's nothing. It's fine. The side quest turn-in is over here. So we're gonna have to do that. Let's get that turned in, then we can go find Cudgelface. Much obliged. These torches keep the effects of the Endmire at bay, even scares away the Devourers for the moment. Only lasts so long, though. Alright, then. At least it didn't chain into anything. Is this guy carrying him? Yeah, he was. He was carrying him. Okay, he was carrying him, but then what happened to him? Did he is he dead? I feel like we missed something. Is this guy just floating? Yeah, he is. He's not walking. Because why would he? I was trying to let him drop, but apparently it's Shadowlands and things don't like to drop off of you here, so we're just gonna fight them. There we go, at least they both help us. That's pleasant.
Oi!
Ah, good, no one got 8s. Carriage is ready to go when you are. Oh, now he's fine. I did not even see him. If he was there the whole time, I completely missed him. Right, lads, all aboard.
We must part ways for now,
Chance making
as I
this
have some
realm extra
vengeance to
dangerous.
dispense. I do hope our paths cross again. Try not to die.
It's a weird thing to say to
Be
somebody
on your
who's in the
guard.
Shadowlands.
Draven and his lackeys may still be lurking nearby. Draven is one of the few remaining leaders of a failed rebellion. There are those disloyal Venthyr and Stoneborn who believe the Master is responsible for the anima drought. Such heresy. Come, let us proceed on foot. I do not fancy being flung off a cliff again. Welcome to Revendreth. Revendreth is resolute. Sire Denathrius looks forward to me introducing you. You, with the ugly face. Ride the carriage off in a different direction as a distraction. Mortal, we should split up to avoid being an easier target. Try not to die.
I'm out of range. I need to get closer.
I serve the Master.
Your talents in combat show promise. Perhaps with a few more centuries and a little humility, we might make something of you.
Give no credence to the rumors of rebellion.
Well done, mortal. Stoneborn require anima to exist. Without it, they return to their stone form. This supply hurt them more than destroying 30 of their rebels.
Rumors regarding the drought? Oh, woefully
Across this
overstated.
bridge is the hamlet of Darkhaven. It is fortified by those loyal to Sire Denathrius. These pitiful rebels would not dare approach it. However, getting to it may prove challenging. Here, I shall carry the anima. You make sure no one throws us back into the Endmire.
Give no credence to the rumors of rebellion.
quite busy.
I don't have a target.
I was wondering if he was even going to stop to help us, or at least let us kill them. Apparently he will stop, but quite a ways away.
Darkhaven. They welcome anyone here. No sense of propriety. At least up in the castle, there is an order as to who is permitted. Sire Denathrius looks forward to me introducing you.
It may not look like it, but this rebellion is on its last leg. Those who stand against the Master are fools who will know a new form of pain and suffering. The Stoneborn. The Stone Legion is not even here yet? This is an outrage. If we do not do something quick, the rebels will overrun this filthy hamlet. Here, take the anima and go activate a few of the Stoneborn along the periphery of Darkhaven. Take whatever is left over to the Quartermaster and tell her to do her job. I will try to commune with the Master and see if he can send reinforcements.
Stoneborn are fanatically loyal defenders, typically. The rebels have been swayed by pretty rhetoric and lies.
For the glory of Revendreth. By your command. And so my
Let's grab the Flight Master.
For the glory of Revendreth. And so my watch continues. By your command.
Welcome.
Our village is beset by rebels. On one side, Sire Denathrius' loyal tyrants on the other side, and an anima drought is ripping our reality apart. And then you walk out of the maw and into my hall. Are you here with good tidings or doom? This is all that remains of our tithe. The Tithe Lord is not one for excuses. We may need to gather a second tithe quickly, or he will condemn us all to the Ember Ward.
May you rise.
I'm assuming we don't want to go to the Ember Ward. The plea to the harvesters. You come during strange times. Every day the tithes we must pay to the Tithe Lord increase, and our ability to get anima dwindles. What souls we have to work with here are near their final judgment, and we lack the resources to harvest them without endangering the hamlet. If you have the ear of Lord Chamberlain, then you might be able to pass a message to the Master himself. Here, take this letter. Please see that it makes it into the hands of the Chamberlain. Okay, now we're just delivering the mail. Perfect. It's a pretty heroic job to deliver mail. 130 yards though? feel like anybody could have done this. Even one of those little guys. And they probably need the experience.
May I help you?
Oh, the peasants have asked for help, have they? Those who are loyal would know that sacrifices are essential to the survival of Revendreth. Yes, these are dark times, with anima and new souls both being in short supply. We must all do our part, no matter how painful.
Trust in the Master's plan.
Alright, and who are you, General Call?
Loyalty over dishonor.
Mawwalker, I am General Call. Those Stoneborn who remember their oaths to the Master are under my command. The path between here and Sire Denathrius is no longer secured by my forces. I am pulling my troops from this ward to support the Master's will elsewhere. Sire Denathrius has dispatched me to bring you directly to him. Miskia can carry you.
The rebellion is already dead. Some have not realized that yet.
Okay then. It's funny that we come to these zones, especially here, we come to deliver a message to the Sire.
Stop holding back.
Which
Let
would...
my forces crush Draven and his traitors.
Draven is not our threat.
No, go ahead.
Their prince has fallen, and their rebellion is in shambles. Only the Accuser remains to issue orders.
The Accuser? She still holds a Harvester's medallion. How are we going to defeat her?
Now you know why we need this Mawwalker alive.
So yeah, we come here to bear a message of what's going on, but everyone here seems to already know who we are, that we're the Mawwalker, and all about us. And if that information travels so easily and so freely all the way to Revendreth, why wouldn't they already know the contents of the message we're going to deliver to them? They obviously have their ears to the ground, so to speak.
Welcome to Revendreth. Give no credence to the...
My children, I know the suffering you have endured. I fear further sacrifices must be made if Revendreth is to survive this crisis.
Begging my master's pardon, I humbly present the Mawwalker.
Ah, the mortal who escaped the inescapable prison. A living soul restoring hope to the realms eternal. Mawwalker, I am aware of your urgent request for anima. Under normal circumstances, I would of course oblige. Sadly, you arrive in the midst of a violent rebellion. Our resources are stretched perilously thin. This drought has left my people desperate, starving, and some even defiant. But if you were to aid our cause, then I could gratefully provide the aid you seek.
Yeah, and in typical World of Warcraft fashion, we're just gonna trust this guy, because, you know, he's not clearly evil. The Authority of Revendreth. A proud Blood Elf Paladin, I know your name and your deeds. I can taste your regrets and your shame. More importantly, I know what you might become. You could be the beacon for the Shadowlands to rally behind, the symbol my people need to set aside these petty squabbles and help fix the problems that afflict all reality. Before you stands the Court of Harvesters, my most loyal and trusted Venthyr. Where once there were 7, only 4 remain. Introduce yourself to them, for where they go, my power follows. We're going to learn Ashen Halo. Halo the targeted area for 30 seconds. Enemies in the area suffer 5,600 damage, and allies are healed. AoE damage / heal? Reduced if there are more than 5 targets, so it's affected by the 5 target AoE cap. Alright, let's talk to these guys.
Have you come to pay your tithe?
You stand before the Tithe Lord, Harvester of Envy, High Servant of the Master, and Keeper of the Downtrodden. I hear you helped squash some of the rebels that were invading my ward. I will have you know I chose not to intervene, as it was more important for those under my dominion to learn to fend for themselves and prove where their loyalties lay. We do not need you here. We are fine on our own.
Everyone has a price.
Have you ever been
Ah, a blood elf. And what an interesting scent your soul has, very distinct. I am known as the Fear Stalker, Harvester of Dread. In my forest I am the predator and the souls my prey. You should come visit sometime. I am sure it would be very enlightening. Yeah, we'll pass on that.
I am not overly fond.
So, you are the one who slew the Stoneborn outside of Darkhaven. I am sure you did what you thought was right. Most people do. I am known as the Stonewright. By my hammer and chisel were crafted the first Stoneborn, and I see each as my child. They are all brothers and sisters in arms, and now they wage war on each other in the short-sighted rebellion. The Master believes you can bring an end to this conflict. Of that I have no doubt. I only hope it is the right end.
Beware niceties in this realm. None of us are sent here by accident.
Your attire is quaint.
So, you have been to the mall? Fascinating. I must have you to one of my parties so you may share your stories of that place. You may have encountered some of my former acquaintances there. Oh, I am the Countess, Harvester of Desire. I command the castle ward and her many districts. I spare Sire Denathrius of the burden of having to deal with the nobles. Good luck with the Master's task. I am hosting a number of wagers amongst the nobles for how long you might last. Try not to die too soon. Your arrival is the most interesting thing to happen since Prince Renethal rebelled. Renethal? Okay.
Until we meet again.
Step forward, Moorwalker, and I shall bestow upon you a taste of the power that Revendreth can offer.
Yeah, that looks pleasant.
Venthyr of Revendreth, attend and learn. This new arrival is my guest, and should be accorded all rights and privileges therein.
Now, Mawwalker, arise as a weapon of ordained power within my dominion.
Lord Chamberlain, I hereby charge you with bringing an end to this failed rebellion. For this task, I lend you Prince Renethal's medallion, as well as the might of our dear friend, the Moorwalker. Bring the accuser to me, and her medallion shall be yours. The prince's is already promised to another faithful ally.
Your generosity is as vast as your wisdom, Master.
Your will be done.
They always have to have something to refer to us as so that the characters can say our name or the equivalent of it. In BFA we were the champion, and now we are the Mawwalker.
I serve the Master.
You heard the sire. Today I ascend to the court of harvesters. You are fortunate to have the honor of witnessing my rise to power. The traitors have barricaded the bridge ahead, clear a path for me so that I might cross it undisturbed. Nothing can stand against me now that I have a harvester's medallion. But I will not waste my power on this rabble.
Trust by decree of the Master. The accuser is to be imprisoned, and I shall assume control of the Halls of Atonement.
We reject your decree, your false claim to this seat, and the corrupt master.
In your defiance, you reveal the vast pride within you, accuser. You are unworthy of your title, your privilege, and your power.
And you are unworthy of existence. Approach my halls, and I will prove it.
Oh, they yield. Some of them yield. Eventually, I hope we'll meet the Venthyr that we're supposed to like a little bit, and not be so obviously working for the bad guys. That'd be alright if that happened.
It's too far away. I need to get closer.
I deserve better! Sorry! Orders is orders.
I need a target.
I don't know if we need to kill those guys, but they count towards the completion, so...
You make me miss my mortal body.
Look how easily the defiant fall. Their souls have been hollowed by arrogance.
Your arrogance
You
stains
are the
this
most
realm.
hollow of us all, Lord Chamberlain.
Now I feel like we've killed so many of these guys that if we do switch sides, we're gonna feel kind of bad about it.
Seal the halls! No one in or out!
Oh, accuser, you sound scared.
Pay attention. I will not repeat myself.
You're late. Are we? The accuser's Sinstone. Lord Chamberlain will cross the bridge when it pleases him. Before he arrives, you will seize the accuser's Sinstone. Wise Venthyr like Lord Chamberlain hide their Sinstone so that it can never be used against them. The accuser is too proud to hide her Sinstone. Instead, she puts it on display for all to see. Boasting of the many, many sins she's overcome. Proud, arrogant, most importantly, foolish. Her Sinstone lies on the altar before us, seemingly unguarded. Retrieve it. Okay.
Move out.
It's just chilling out in the open, yo. Figured she might have it with her, but it is quite large.
Inquisitors, hoard my Sinstone and fly to safety among our people. I will deal with these intruders personally. So this is Denathrius's unwitting pawn? Your ignorance is not innocence.
That's true. We don't even care what we get involved
I
in.
will spare you this one time. Do not return.
Never a truer phrase has been said. We are usually just
Try to
ignorant
stay on
and
your
going
feet,
along with
Walker.
whatever we're told.
You are embarrassing yourself, and by proxy, me. Welcome to Revendreth.